Wine Basics. From Grapes to Glass. Claudia Steen. Definitions. Viticulture. The science and business of growing wine grapes. Vinron, cultivator of grape vines / winemaker. Vitis vinifera, wine grape. Genus / species. Enology. The science of wine production. Enologist, vintner, winemaker. Enophile, someone who enjoys wine. History of wine. Earliest wine 8000 BC in Mesopotamia. 2500 BC, Egyptians, Greek and Romans worshipped a god of wine. Bacchus, Roman. Dionysius, Greek. Wine is referred to in the Bible. Middle Ages, monks took the ancients' knowledge of winemaking and refined it. History of WA wine grapes. First vines planted in WA state in 1825. Fort Vancouver Hudson Bay Company. 1860 in Walla Walla. Dr. Walter Claw, father of Washington. Wine. 2014 Statistics WA Wine Commission. 50,000 acres in production. 40 plus varieties planted. 350 grape growers. 227,000 tons of grapes harvested. 890 plus wineries. 16 million cases of wine produced. $4.4 billion industry. 53% white wines. 47% red wines. Health benefits of wine. Wine, in moderation, is a health benefit. Decreased incidence of heart attacks and strokes, the French paradox. Reduced tumors. Block formation of amyloidal plaques which contribute to Alzheimer's. Better dental health, etc. Flavonoids, anthocyanin in grape skin give red color. Decreases cholesterol. Rich in antioxidants. Health benefits of wine. Resveratrol, a class of antioxidants known as polyphenols, found in tannins in grape skin, seeds, stems. Is produced by plants to ward off fungal infections and other diseases. Wine is made in the vineyard. Wine grape growing primarily between 30 to 50 degrees latitude. 50 degree, cool climate wine. Characteristics. 6 to 7 months to ripen, acid. Sugar, alcohol, lighter color, not as fruit forward, more delicate. Body. 30 degree, warm climate wine. Characteristics. 4 to 5 months to ripen, acid. Sugar, deeper color, skin to pulp ratio, fuller body, more fruit forward. Areas of the world with highest wine production. USA production. #1 California. #2 Washington. #3 New York. Terroir. Sense of place. French for terroirland. Influenced by geography. Geology, soil type. Moselle region, blue slate. Champagne region. Limestone. Yakima Valley, Missoula. Floods. Climate, water. Sunlight, temperature. Plant genetics. Microclimates. Appellations. Unique growing regions. Old World, Europe and Mediterranean. Can have mineral notes: Burgundy, Loire. Champagne, Bordeaux in France. Wines often labeled by region. Chablis equals Chardonnay. Chianti equals Sangiovese. Sancerre equals Sauvignon Blanc. New World, all other areas, green. SA, Chile, Argentina, South Africa. America, CA, WA, or NY, Australia, NZ. Wines often labeled by the grape varietal. Cabernet, Chardonnay, Riesling. Appellations. AVA, American Viticulture Area. WA state has 13 appellations. Yakima Valley, 1983. Walla Walla Valley, 1984. Columbia Valley 1984. Puget Sound, 1995. Red Mountain, 2001. Columbia Gorge 2004. Horse Heaven Hills, 2005. Walluk Slope, 2006. Rattlesnake Hills, 2006. Snipes Mountain, 2009. Lake Chelan, 2009. Naches Heights, 2011. Ancient Lakes, 2012. In the Vineyard. Grape Harvest. Picked when grapes ripe. Approximately 24 bricks of sugar. Read in refractometer. Hydrometer, measures total solids in a solution. Glucose or fructose plus yeast. Converts to ethanol plus carbon dioxide during fermentation. C. 6. H. 12. O. 6. Plus yeast equals 2CH. 3. CH. 2. O plus 2 Co. 2. 2 bricks equals 1% sugar equals 1% alcohol. In the vineyard. Acids. Picked when grape pH is approximately 3.2, 3.4 found in the grape berry pulp. Other indicators of ripeness. Leaves turn brown and photosynthesis slows or stops. Seeds inside go from green tinge to brown. Squeeze berry, pulp is juicy and tastes good. Lab report on must. Acids, gives. Wine body and structure. Titratable acidity, Ta. pH. L. Malic acid, harsher. Acid. Tartaric acid, the principal acid in grapes. Promotes flavor and aging. In wine. Lactic acid, softer acid. Harvesting the grapes. Can be hand-picked or machine-picked. Snips remove grape cluster to bucket. Place full buckets into bins. At the winery. Bins transported to the winery. Grapes loaded into stemmer / crusher. Stems are removed and discarded. White wine. Juice is pressed away from the skin and seeds. Juice goes into stainless steel fermentation tanks. Rose wine. Often use red grapes. Juice is pressed away from the skin and seeds. Imparts a pink color and then treated like white wine. At the winery. Juice with skin and seeds is called must. Red wine. Must goes into large vats for initial fermentation. Yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is added. Cover with cloth, to keep out fruit flies. Punch down cap daily. Skins float, seeds, pips, go to the bottom. Smell is wonderful. Types of wine. Still. Cabernet King of Wine. Chardonnay Queen of Wine. Sparkling. Champagne, France. Cava, Spain. Prosecco, Italy. Fortified, brandy. Port Ruby, vintage, tawny. Sherry. Wine grape varieties. Noble grapes most popular, grown worldwide. Whites. Riesling. Sauvignon Blanc. Chardonnay. Reds. Pinot Noir. Merlot. Cabernet Sauvignon. Syrah, Shiraz. Many other varieties. Wine production. Red wine. After initial fermentation, the wine is pressed off skin and seeds. Can have secondary malolactic (ml) fermentation. Lactobacillus bacteria. The harsher malic acid is changed to the softer lactic acid. One byproduct is diacetyl, which gives a buttery flavor and enhances complexity. Placed into oak barrels or maturation tanks. Budding in the spring. Wine production. White or rose wine. Continue fermentation in cooled stainless steel tanks. Fermentation changes sugar to alcohol. White/rose wines can stop fermentation process if residual sugar desired or zero. If dry. Red wines often fermented to zero sugar. Maturation process. Racking over. Take wine off the top and place into another vessel, leaving the lees or sediment, dead yeast, seeds. Grape solids. Most reds, some whites, put into oak barrels for barrel maturation. Coopers cut oak staves and construct barrel toasting, caramelization, of the wood. Imparts flavors to the wine. Barrel flavors only lasts 2 to 3 years. Vanillin, phenolic aldehyde. C. 8. H. 8. O. 3. Lactones, coconut. Phenols, a perceived sweetness. Spice notes, leather, few tannins. Barrels are toasted. Can choose degree of toasting. Light, LT. Med mount. Heavy height. Now can get oak chips to add to wine. In neutral barrels. Maturation process. Types of oak. American oak, $$ stronger flavors. French oak, $$ tighter grain, better quality. Hungarian oak, $ not as strong flavors as American. Neutral oak used in primary fermentation or maturation where little oak is required. Topping off. Oak is porous and water evaporates. Need to add wine to head space to discourage oxidation. Wine ready for bottling. Filtering in order to clarify wine. Fining done with white wine. Egg whites capture solids. White/rose often consumed within 2 to 3 years, exceptions. Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, etc. Reds often aged before consuming. Controversy to fine reds. Red wine is often opaque, especially in thick skin. Grapes, Cabernet, Merlot. Many feel it will remove texture and structure. Types of bottles. Bordeaux, shoulders. Burgundy, sloped sides. Rhine, hock, tapered. Others box butel. Specialty bottles. Champagne, thick glass /special. Stopper. Dessert wines, sweet often in splits. Fortified wines, port. Colors of glass. Glass colors varies. White / rose wines in clear, light green, yellow-green, blue. Reds in dark green, brown. Important to shield from the light. Why is there a punt at the bottom of the bottle? Necessary when they were hand blown. Traps the sediment. Provides a more stable base. No need, some bottles have no punt. Types of closures. Cork. Industry standard but decreased supply of cork trees. From Portugal, increased cost. Composite cork often used. Cork taint from low-quality cork. Oxidized wine from cork failure. Synthetic cork. Seems to not have any issues. Twist top, screw cap. Primarily used for whites / rose. That are consumed young, fruit. Forward. Also now for reds, important to keep oxygen out of the bottle. Composite. Cork plug. How do you know a bottle has been oxidized? White wines take on deeper yellow color. Red wines take on brownish color. Can smell volatile acidity, acetone, Va. Cork taint, dirty socks / wet dog smell. Cork tree pesticides or chlorine bleach. Residue, so now use peroxide. Corky mildew TCA trichloronisol fungi. Plus chlorophenol compounds. Wine can taste like vinegar, acetic acid. Life is too short to drink bad wine. Foil placed around top of bottle. Helps to keep cork sealed. Color is choice of winemaker. Wine labels. Label placed on bottle is winemaker's choice as to design, but some mandatory requirements. Must get approval from ATF. Vintage date, year grapes were picked. Name of the winery / contact information. Name of the wine varietal. Pure varietal, must be 80% by volume. To be labeled as such. Blended wine nice to state blend. Percentages. Can also make up name of wine. Estate bottled grapes from winery. Reserve designation extra aging occurs. Net content 750 milliliters. Wine labels. Any oak information kind, length. Toast. Appellation of origin, Ava. Vineyard designation, always nice. Mission statement / statement about the wine or winemaker. Percentage of residual sugar. Percentage of alcohol. Government warning requirement. Declaration of sulfites if over a certain percent. Wine tasting event. Showcase their selection of wines to the public. Need to assure no strong aromas in the area. Cigars, strong perfume. Before you go wine tasting, assure you have eaten recently. Assure you keep hydrated. Cleanse palate between wines with a cracker or sip of water. Many offer tasting notes. Information on their wine. Selections. Rule of thumb for serving. White before rose. Rose before red. Dry before sweet. Softer before more tannic. Wine tasting event. Temperature of wine. Correct temperature enhances the flavor of wine. Wine cellar for long term. Storage 60 degrees. Temperature of wine. Before serving. Whites and rose often chilled, 35 to 40 degrees. Reds served at room temperature, 55 to 65 degrees. Okay to slightly chill light bodied reds before serving. Store all bottles horizontal or upside down position so oxygen does not get into the bottle. Opening the bottle of wine. Use foil cutter to remove. Foil over the cork. Use wine key to remove. Cork. Winged corkscrew. Also cork puller. Waiter's corkscrew. Rabbit, easiest. Saving the bottle of wine. Wine diamonds. Crystals of tartaric acid, tartrates. Seen on bottom of cork. Does not affect the quality of the wine. Cold stabilization. Any unconsumed wine. Does that exist? Can use fancy stopper. Best to use vacuum sealer. Removes oxygen from the bottle. Store white wine in refrigerator. Rose. Red. White. Wine glass selection. Many to choose from. Stemmed / glass. Stemless / plastic. Riedel. Cadillac of wine glasses. Hand blown. Thin glass. Shape is important. White / rose. Riesling glass. Reds. Peanut glass. Bordeaux glass. Balloon glass. Pouring the wine into the glass. For all wine. Host fills his glass first to remove any cork pieces. Tilt the glass and pour wine down the side. Fill only a quarter cup if tasting. Fill glass half full if drinking, need room to swirl. For red. Allow bottle to breathe. Pour gently as to not disturb any sediment. Pour through aerator or decant into another vessel. The actual wine tasting. The 5SS. 1C. Color and clarity. Tilt the glass over a white background. Look at core of the glass and note color and intensity. Look at rim of the glass and note color. Note opacity. Can you read text? Through the core. 1 young Cabernet, 2. Old Cabernet / Merlot 3. Young Merlot 4. Young Syrah, 5. Young Pinot Noir, 6. Old Pinot Noir. The actual wine tasting. The 5SS. 2 swirl. Place glass on flat surface. Move glass in circular motion. Causes aromas to be released. Can see the sheets or legs of glycerol that run down the glass. The actual wine tasting. The 5SS. 3 sniff. Hold glass in the middle of your chest / smell. Very aromatic wine. Hold glass at your chin. Moderately aromatic. Put nose inside of glass. Neutral or muted. Note what you smell. Fruits, citrus, stone fruits. Blackberry, green pepper. Leather, etc. L'année du vin set. 54 wine aromas for students. The actual wine tasting. The 5SS. 4 sip. Take about a tablespoon, roll it around on your tongue. First sip, cleanse the palate only. Don't judge the wine at this point. Second sip, note the reaction on your tongue. Sweet at tip, residual sugar. Sour on sides, acidity. Bitter at the back, tannins. Mouthfeel, texture, viscosity, skim. Milk, whole milk, cream. It is light, medium or full-bodied. Thermoreaction, warmth is from increased alcohol. The actual wine tasting. The 5 Ss. 5 Savor. Judge the quality of the wine. Balance, the relationship between fruit, acid, residual sugar, alcohol, and tannin, velvety forward/drying sensation. No one of these components should stand out significantly from the rest. Finish. How long flavor lasts. How did it leave your mouth? Complexity, layers of flavor. Long list of descriptors. In the end, taste is very personal. Wine is considered a food. Wine is best paired with food. Basic idea. Whites with fish. Reds with meat. But much more. Pairing charts available. Wine is best enjoyed with family and friends. The joys of drinking a good glass of wine. Any questions? Thank you. It's wine o'clock. Somewhere.